Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyreplays and welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be looking at the Waffle. The Waffle. I'm probably pronounced that wrong, which I know I've pronounced that wrong. Waffle. So we're just going to call it the Waffle as we do. And I recently made a video about the RHM Borsig and how I really didn't like the tank. How the gun is hit and miss. Now, the Waffle is so much different. The Waffle is actually amazing. It really is a fantastic tank. It's got lovely accuracy, which you don't see there. My fault. It's got nice gun, nice speed, nice gun depression, gun elevation, and unlike the Borsig, it's very hard to penetrate the front plate of this tank, which makes a big difference because people see a Waffle and they load HE as you do it. Waffle, HE. And they have to aim for your turret. Unless you've got a massive gun. Big caliber gun. But especially the medium tanks, with an RHM or whatever tank you're in, you just load HE. Where this tank, you can't do that. Only if you're shooting at that turret. But then you've got to properly aim. Which gives you the time to get a shot in return with this amazing accuracy gun, nice damage. And when you're working in a platoon, I'm working with Manly Baby here, and we run a platoon session the other day. The same tanks, he was in that 30 prototype, AMX prototype, and I was in the Waffle, and we won almost all of our games. I think it was 84% we won, and I think we won like 7 or 8 back-to-back games. And working together, him spotting, him going for the targets that I'm going for, focus firing, we actually did an amazing job. And it was actually this battle at the beginning, if you look, I actually say to him, this is the last one, mate. I've gave up. Like, I haven't really got any decent footage. I'm just going to use the replays that I've got, because the Waffle is probably the tank that I receive the most replays in. I received tons of Waffle replays. So because of that, I thought, well, I've just made a Borsig video, so I'm gonna play it. I've got the Waffle in my garage. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna make a video on it. So I'll probably end up doing another grill video as well, because I love these tanks. I love the Waffle and I love the grill. Now, I haven't played the Waffle before making this footage. I haven't played the Waffle for months and months. I aced it, pretty much sold it, and then I only really bought it back to make the videos, to make this. And it's definitely a tank I'm going to keep, because I really, playing this with this session with Manly, I'm probably almost enjoying this just as much as the grill. It really is a good tank, and it's definitely worth getting. Now, this battle, Normandy, I'm struggling penning the E3, even with heat on that hatch. So, Manly Baby, just use HE. No problem, I will use the HE. And we do manage to get over 400 damage. So, the Waffle, I'm in just this one position. It's a fantastic tank at supporting your mediums or supporting your heavy tanks. From either long range or medium range. Now, you do have to remember that you have no armour. So you're not gonna bounce anything. It's very rare that you're gonna bounce anything. And I don't really like the gameplay which I'm playing now. But my team made it pretty easy for me. They're all together. They are all taking the attention of the enemy team, and it pretty much gives me 3 damage. So I'm now up to 3.4k damage. It's 4 on 4. We have an AMX 50p who Manly manages to use his map awareness and see where he was. And this is where I'm thinking, 4 versus 3, I'm going to push. And I snapshotted that Death Star there, but that was my own fault because he pretty much scared me. I didn't expect him to be there. We do mess up here. We're going to try and go with the HE shot. We do fail. We should have just used the AP. But he is a one shot. But Manly Baby is going to get taken out from the grill, I believe. Where he didn't expect, the Object 704, who was a good player. And you could do shots like that. That was just a quick snapshot. The accuracy is fantastic, as I've said. And now there's 2 tanks down on a one shot. Well, all 3 tanks, all enemy tanks are on a one shot. And again, Another quick snapshot there into the object 704. So it's now just a 2 versus 2. Now I do make an error here. I'm backing up and to try and get the Death Star from this, but I do get very lucky as my gun elevation, I couldn't get the gun elevated just enough, and luckily he wasn't looking at me at the time that I backed up. But because I wasn't spotted, it gave me time just to back up that little bit more, and we managed to clear the Death Star. So it now just leaves the grill and my team, who is going to get taken out, and the E3. So I've got the HE loaded. I'm thinking with this kind of caliber gun, we can easily splash him. Yes, we do splash him, but only 27 damage. Progress there from Manny Baby. Yes, indeed. Now, we do need to be careful because the E3 could potentially one-shot me with a high max roll HE. So I do need to play it carefully. It's going to be quite highly unlikely that he will one-shot me, but you never know. A little bit of fire, and that is game over. But the clock is running down. I've only got one HE shell left, and we do manage to sneak around the leopard, and we can take him out. So 3 kills, 5.3k damage. We get the ace, 22,000 credits, 3 kills, 1,409 base XP. So fantastic battle there. I'm glad I got that ace. Now we're going to be looking at some replays. So we've got Amo Gira. So we're going to call him Abu. And he does, again, he does a fantastic job. So it's Faust, and they are all pushing to the medium side. There's 2 mediums on each team, 3 heavies and 2 TDs. So again, lovely matchmaking, very good matchmaking, and it's probably the best matchmaking that you can ask for. Not too many TDs, not too many mediums, and not too many heavies. It's all split out. The enemy have caught D, and his team have caught C. So there is no one around here. So he now is going to get into a fantastic position, so where he can get shots off nice and easy. So he's backing up. There's the Motion, E75, and he's going to spot other, well, he's not going to spot other targets, but there's now the KV4, there's the Persian. So he is spotted, but he does get a nice roll into the Persian, and he just backs up in time. Now this is a great position to get those shots in on the side. But the only thing with this position is you do get spotted pretty easy. Now he's going to try and get a snapshot there into the KV4. His team have now caught base A, so they are going to be winning on supremacy points. But near enough, the whole team, apart from that T69, are rushing around to the heavy sides, and there's only 3 tanks there. So they're going to get overrun very, very quickly. So the T28 prot there, he's aiming at the prot. Prot is back and forward, and he is going to push out, and he gets a nice 680 roll. But there goes 2 heavies around that side. So now that just leaves 1 heavy pretty much against 6 tanks over there, or 5 tanks, shall I say. So he's not going to survive for much. So Abu, he's going to wait, and he's going to try and get some targets. You have the KV4 there. But most of them are around that C area. So he's going to try and snapshot the Motion, but he doesn't manage to penetrate. But he see the Motion was backing up, so he had to make that shot, and he needed really for it to pen. So the IS-5, you can see, he is now running. He doesn't want to be there, which is a good choice for the IS-5. But then he decides to stay in the middle and try and attack the T28 prototype. So Abu is going to use the HE to clear the proto, no problem whatsoever. He is again spotted, however. But now he's actually in a great position because the IS-5 is not in a great position, which means the enemy heavies are going to push him. But because they're pushing him, they are not focusing him, the Waffle. So he's now able to get some free side shots, rear shots into that enemy team without getting shot in return. So him and the IS-5 managed to clear up the E75, which was the most dangerous target. And now here comes the Motion. And again, not looking at him. He's only looking at the the IS-5, sorry. And again, the same as the Persian. But it's now 3 against 4, and the IS-5 is very, very low hit points. He's a one-shot. So he needs to, you can see he's using the HE, trying and get that shot in on the Persian. If he can connect that HE shot, he should be able to kill him. But he doesn't. Luckily, he sets him on fire, and he clears him anyway. And now the T44 is going to do the same thing. He's taken the position of the IS-5, who is dead. And they've still got a lot of hit points to get through. They've got a T95, the Motion, and a KV4. So the T44 is going to get shot. Luckily, Abu has saved his hit points. He's on 3.8k damage, and he saved his hit points for when he needed them the most. So now he's going to attack the KV4, gets a nice shot into him. Now it's only 2 versus 2. But the T44, as I've said, is very low hit points. T95 is now behind. He needs to get away from him, which he has done. And now they can focus the Motion together. So he just runs past his gun, no problem whatsoever. Not sure exactly what the Motion's doing. The T44 is not doing a great job. And he manages to kill the Motion before the Motion can take out the T44. So it's now just 2 against 1. But the enemy have 2 cap points. So he does the correct decision here in capping C. The T44 does come and help him. But the T44 really should have gone to D. Because there's still a full hit point T95 who now gets the T44 taken out. So using the heat for the bottom plate in the T95, he does get 1 shot. But now the enemy on nearly 900 supremacy points. They've got 2 bases, so it's possible that they can catch up. But as soon as he gets that shot, there is no need, and he gets a hard shot there from the from the T95. But just before the T95 can turn, he does manage to clear him for his 6th kill and the victory. So 7,200 damage, 6 kills, top gun, high caliber. He gets the pool medal, 47,000 credits earned as well, and it's a very, very good battle. 1,702 base XP. And that just goes to show how strong this tank can be. Now, this game is insane. It's Hexotic, and he does amazing. He's not going to camp. He's actually going to go front line, but he uses his map awareness, the situational awareness, very, very good. And that's what wins him the game. And when I was watching this replay, I think it was this replay that actually made me buy the Waffle back. Because it's just like, surely RNG can't be that good. And you'll see as you go along, he just literally hits everything. Everything that comes in his way, he is there. So he's going to use this rock, and there is a little bush as protection. And the E5 is going to go up, and he's going to spot. Now, the team are spread out. There's quite a lot of members in his team in the middle. There's 2 TDs still in spawn that are going to be camping. But he's going to use them. Hexotics is going to use them. And this is what I mean about the situational awareness. So there is already a few tanks now that he knows are here. The AMX, the E100, and the Jag Tiger. There's the 50B there. But he's going to use this rock. So the E5 is frontline, and he's getting all the shots into him. And the E100 paid the price, and he gets wrecked from the TDs that are sat in spawn, or nearly in spawn. And Hexotic knows that there are TDs there. The Waffle on his team has pushed just in front of him, but there is still a Death Star sitting behind him, and he knows that. Most other people, the E5 is now gone. He gets a nice shot there on the E75, and here comes the enemy. Most other members, or most people, would see that, and they would disappear. They were like, well, I'm out of here. I am not waiting here. He doesn't. He sits and he fights, and he knows he's got protection. Just shots like that. That is an E100, and he can just poke back, snapshot, gone. He's gone. Fantastic shot, and it just goes to show how nice this gun actually is. Now, Grill on the enemy team, oh, he does miss that. I think that was his only miss, which is very unfortunate because he would have cleared him. Now, he gets shot from the enemy Waffle. He's just about to reload, and he doesn't manage to get that HE shot into him. But there is still that E75 who is not paying attention to him. He can focus, and he can get a nice shot into the E75, putting him down to a 1 shot. And now this is where he's going to move, because there's 3 TDs and only 1 was spotted. But he's still not going to run away. He's still not going to run away. He's still going to fight. All he done was relocate to reset his camo. And again, he's going to push the E75 heat into the bottom plate, and it gets rid of him for his 2nd kill. He is spotted, so he needs to reset his camo. There is still the Waffle up there. AMX 50B, who is going to poke out and get a lovely shot into him. The AMX 50B does try to get a shot in return, but there is no hope. So the thing is, if you've got hard cover on this tank, it's fantastic. Try not be in the open, definitely. Love it again, lovely shot there in on the enemy Waffle. As long as you've got hard protection and protection from your team, this tank can be really, really good. Really good. Definitely wouldn't recommend going on your own. Definitely not on your own because you will get wrecked. Yes, it's got a nice gun and it's got nice speed. But as I've said, you've got no armour. So as long as you've got cover from either your teammates or as long as you're close to your teammates. And you can see he's sat by his team the whole battle. He's used his TD, especially his Death Star. He knew the Death Star was behind and he just waited for the team to make the mistakes. And now it is a 6-on-2. So the AMX-50B is a one shot and I think there is a Leopard 1 that is almost full hit points. And I thought the Leopard 1 was AFK before he gets spotted. So he manages to clear the AMX-50B, 4 kills. He's now up to 5k damage. So now he is 6 tanks on 1. The Leopard does take out the 121B. And just watch this shot. HE doesn't even need to aim. From that distance, 1049 damage, which is fantastic because now that pushes him to 6.7k damage. And I know exactly what he's thinking here. He's seen his damage and he's like, there's 5 of us left alive. All I need is one more shot to get above that 7k. And I do it all the time. All the time when I'm around one shot away, you really want to get that one shot in. And when there's 5 of you left, you're like, oh, there's no chance of me getting any more damage. But not for him. He's got the AP loaded. He is a one shot. And again, just doesn't even need to aim. 7.2k damage, 68,000 credits. Top Gun, high caliber, Radleys. He gets the lot. That is the Waffle, guys. Very good tank. I love this tank. I'm enjoying it so much. I'm going to definitely keep the tank, and it's definitely worth getting. If you're on the Borsig and you're not enjoying it, this tank just feels so much more different than the Borsig. So when you do get it, I hope you do enjoy it. It is a fun tank, and as I've said, the grill is just as good as well. I'm Meadsy69. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.